Have you ever reached the end of a day and wondered, where did all my time go? You were busy. Your phone was always in your hand. Your mind was always active. But somehow, nothing truly moved forward. This episode is for that quiet moment at night, when the noise fades, when you lie on your bed staring at the ceiling, and a heavy thought arrives uninvited. I wasted today. Not because you did nothing, but because you did everything except what mattered. We don't waste time the way we think we do. Time isn't lost only in sleeping late or scrolling endlessly. Time is wasted in hesitation, in waiting to feel ready, in postponing the life we say we want. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you did something fully present, without checking the time, without checking your phone, without checking someone else's opinion? Most of us are not lazy. We are overwhelmed. We are distracted. We are tired of deciding what deserves our attention. You wake up with good intentions. You tell yourself, today will be different. But then a message arrives. A notification blinks. A small break turns into an hour. And before you know it, the sun sets again. And the guilt starts whispering. You're behind. Others are doing better. You should have started earlier. Here's the truth no one tells us. Wasting time is rarely about time. It's about fear. Fear of starting imperfectly. Fear of failing publicly. Fear of discovering that you are capable of more, and that scares you. So instead, we stay busy with safe distractions. We watch others live the life we want. We plan. We think. We overthink. And call it preparation. But deep down, you don't need more information. You need clarity. You need courage. You need to stop treating time like it's unlimited. Because one day it won't be. In this episode, you will understand why you keep wasting time, even when you don't want to. If you've ever felt stuck while being busy, if you've ever promised yourself change from tomorrow, if you've ever felt guilty for not using your potential, stay with me. Because by the end of this conversation, you won't just learn how to stop wasting time. You'll learn how to respect your life again. And it starts with a simple realization. Time is not something you manage. Time is something you honor. Let me take you to a moment that most people avoid thinking about. Imagine a future version of you. Not next year. Not 5 years from now. Much further. Imagine you're sitting quietly, with more time than energy. Your body is slower. Your days are quieter. And your mind finally has space. In that silence, memories begin to play. Not the moments you posted. Not the moments others applauded. But the moments you never lived. You remember the ideas you once had. The dreams you once felt excited about. The plans you kept saying you would start soon. And in that moment, something painful happens. You realize you didn't run out of time. You gave it away. You gave it to distractions that don't remember you. You gave it to people who didn't value you. You gave it to comfort that slowly stole your courage. And that realization hurts more than failure ever could. Because failure says, I tried. But regret says, I never did. This is the cost of wasting time that no one talks about. It's not just about missed deadlines. It's about productivity. It's about missed identity. You didn't just waste hours. You postponed becoming the person you were meant to be. And here's the hardest truth to accept. Every time you waste time, you are making a choice, even if it feels unconscious. You are choosing comfort over growth. Familiar pain over unfamiliar progress. Temporary pleasure over long-term pride. And before you judge yourself, pause. This is not your fault alone. We live in a world designed to steal attention. A world where silence feels uncomfortable. A world where doing nothing feels wrong, but doing everything feels empty. So we keep ourselves busy. Busy scrolling. Busy watching. Busy reacting. But inside, something feels unfinished. Let me ask you something deeply personal. Have you ever felt tired, not because you worked hard, but because you avoided what mattered? That tiredness feels different. It's heavier. It sits in your chest. It whispers. You're not living up to yourself. And the more you ignore it, the louder it becomes. Most people think they waste time because they lack discipline. But that's not true. You waste time because you're disconnected from meaning. When you don't know why something matters, everything feels optional. And when everything is optional, nothing gets done. Think about the moments when you didn't waste time. When you cared deeply. When something mattered so much that time disappeared. When you showed up fully without forcing yourself. That wasn't discipline. That was alignment. Remember, your time is not just hours on a clock. Your time is life energy. Every minute you waste is a minute of your life you will never get back. Not recycled. Not refunded. Just gone. And yet we spend it as if it's endless. We say things like, I'll start after this phase. I'll do it once things settle down. I still have time. But life doesn't wait for clarity. Life responds to action. There will never be a perfect moment. There will only be a moment you choose to respect. Let me say this gently, but honestly. If you keep waiting to feel ready, you will spend your life preparing and never living. Right now, you are standing at a crossroads. One path looks easy. It's familiar. It's filled with distractions, excuses, and delays. The other path feels uncomfortable. It requires focus. It asks you to sit with boredom, to face fear, to begin without certainty. Most people choose the first path because it feels safer. But safety without growth slowly becomes a prison. And here's the moment that changes everything. You don't need to change your whole life today. You need one honest decision. The decision to stop betraying your future self. Because every time you waste time, your future self pays the price. And every time you choose presence, courage, and action, your future self feels relief. Ask yourself this question not angrily, but compassionately. If I continue living like this for the next 5 years, would I be proud of the person I become? If the answer hurts, that's not a problem. That's clarity. Pain is not your enemy. Comfort without purpose is. From this moment on, time must stop being something you waste. Time must become something you protect. Protect it from noise. Protect it from people who drain you. Protect it from habits that give you nothing in return. Because your life is not measured by how busy you were. It's measured by how present you were. And the day you truly stop wasting time is the day you stop running away from yourself. This is your wake-up call. Not from fear, but from self-respect. You don't need more time. You need to decide that your life is worth your attention. And when you finally do that, everything changes. But to stop wasting time, we first need to understand something important. Time is not the real problem. Attention is. Most people don't wake up saying, "Today, I will waste my life." They wake up with hope, with plans, with good intentions. But intention without awareness remain useless. Your attention is pulled in 100 directions before the day even begins. Notifications decide your mood. Other people's priorities decide your schedule. And slowly, your own goals become background noise. So, what could be the real reason behind wasting time? 1. Wasting time is often emotional, not logical. If wasting time were just about logic, advice would work instantly. Someone would say, "Be disciplined," and you would do it. But that's not how humans work. We waste time because of emotions we haven't named. Fear of failing. Fear of being judged. Fear of starting and realizing we're not good enough. Fear of success and responsibility. So instead of facing these emotions, we escape. We scroll. We watch. We distract. Distraction is not rest. It's avoidance that feels comfortable. True rest gives energy. Distraction steals it. When you understand this, you stop being angry at yourself. You stop saying, I'm lazy. And you start asking, what am I avoiding? That question changes everything. 2. You don't need more motivation, you need fewer decisions. One reason we waste time is decision fatigue. From the moment you wake up, you decide what to wear, what to eat, what to check first, what to reply to, what to ignore. By the time you reach your important work, your mind is tired. So you choose the easiest option. This is why people say, I don't feel like doing anything. It's not a lack of motivation. It's a lack of mental energy. Here's a simple shift. Don't decide what to do every day. Decide once and repeat. Same wake-up time. Same work block. Same focus ritual. When decisions reduce, action increases. Successful people don't have more willpower. They have fewer choices. 3. Clarity kills procrastination. You procrastinate when your goal is vague. Work on my future is vague. Improve my life is vague. Your brain doesn't move toward confusion. Instead, ask small, clear questions. What is the one thing that matters today? What is the next physical action I can take? What can I finish in 30 minutes? Clarity creates momentum. Momentum creates confidence. You don't need to see the whole staircase. You just need the next step. 4. Stop confusing being busy with being productive. This is one of the biggest traps. You reply to messages. You attend meetings. You watch videos. You organize files. And at the end of the day, you feel tired, but unfulfilled. Because activity is not achievement. Ask yourself this powerful question every evening. What did I do today that actually moved my life forward? If the answer is unclear, your day was reactive, not intentional. Productive days usually feel simple. Busy days feel chaotic. Choose simple. 5. Your environment shapes your time. Most people try to change themselves. Few people change their environment. But environment always wins. If your phone is next to you, you will check it. If distractions are visible, focus becomes difficult. If your space is noisy, your mind becomes noisy. So design your environment for success. Keep your phone away during focus time. Create a specific place for deep work. Reduce visual clutter. Use silence or calm music. You don't need strong self-control. You need smart design. Make wasting time inconvenient. Make focus easy. 6. Learn the difference between rest and escape. Rest is intentional. Escape is unconscious. Rest has a start and an end. Escape has no boundaries. When you rest, you return refreshed. When you escape, you return guilty. So don't tell yourself, I'll just relax for a bit, without clarity. Instead say, I will rest for 20 minutes. I will watch one episode. I will scroll until this timer ends. Structure your rest. This removes guilt and prevents overconsumption. You are allowed to enjoy life. Just don't disappear from it. 7. Time wasting often comes from low self-trust. If you don't trust yourself to finish things, you hesitate to start. You've broken promises to yourself before. So your mind protects you from disappointment. That protection looks like procrastination. The solution is not big promises. It's small wins. Keep promises so small that failure feels impossible. Work for 5 minutes. Write one paragraph. Do one push-up. Self-trust is built through consistency, not intensity. When you trust yourself, action becomes natural. 8. Stop waiting for the right mood. Mood follows action, not the other way around. You don't feel motivated and then act. You act and then feel motivated. Waiting for the perfect mood is a subtle form of delay. Instead, create a starting ritual. Same music. Same drink. Same time. Your brain begins to associate the ritual with focus. You don't rely on feelings. You rely on systems. 9. Understand the cost of later. Later feels harmless. But later is where dreams quietly go to sleep. Later becomes next week. Next week becomes next year. Ask yourself, what am I postponing that actually matters? Then ask, what is the smallest step I can take today? Respecting time means respecting now. 10. You become what you practice daily. Your life is not shaped by big decisions. It's shaped by small daily behaviors. If you practice distraction, you become distracted. If you practice focus, you become focused. Time is not something you suddenly fix. It's something you train. And training happens one day at a time. So don't aim to stop wasting time forever. Aim to use this next hour well. Then the next. Then the next. That's how change becomes real. Not through pressure, but through presence. When you stop trying to control time and start choosing how you show up in it, you don't just stop wasting time. You start living it. Before trying to change your habits, the first step is noticing them. For the next 24 hours, don't aim to be productive. Aim to be aware. Notice when you open an app without intention. Notice when you delay something important. Notice when you say later without a clear reason. It works because awareness reduces unconscious behavior. You don't waste time because you choose to. You waste it because you forget you're choosing. Simply noticing already slows the habit. 2. The one-task rule. Choose one important task you've been avoiding. Not a full plan. Not a big goal. Just one task. Then work on it for 10 minutes only. It removes pressure. Your brain stops resisting because the commitment feels safe. Most people don't need more time, they need a smaller starting point. 3. Replace. Don't remove. Instead of stop a time-wasting habit completely. Replace it. For example, if you want to stop scrolling, read 2 pages. To stop overthinking, write 1 sentence. To stop watching random videos, listening to calm audio. It works because the brain hates emptiness, but accepts alternatives. You're not fighting yourself. You're redirecting energy. 4. Write it once. Take 1 minute and write this sentence somewhere visible. Because writing creates clarity. Clarity creates responsibility. It works because thoughts stay weak in the mind but become real on paper. Now, as we come to the end of this conversation, I want you to notice something. Real change doesn't arrive like a wave. It arrives like a quiet decision. The decision to pause instead of scroll. The decision to begin instead of delay. The decision to respect your time. Because your time is your life. If there's one idea I hope stays with you, it's this. You don't waste time because you don't care. You waste time because you've forgotten how valuable you are. The moment you remember that, time starts to feel different. You stop trying to fill the day. You start trying to honor it. And maybe today won't be perfect. Maybe tomorrow won't be either. But perfection was never the goal. Presence is. Every time you catch yourself drifting and gently return, that's progress. Every time you choose one meaningful action over endless distraction, that's growth. If at any point while listening you thought, I need to hear that again, trust that instinct. Sometimes we rewatch not because we miss the words, but because we're finally ready to receive them. And if something in this episode reflected your own struggle, you're not alone. Many others are walking the same quiet path, trying to do better, trying to be more present, trying to stop letting life slip by unnoticed. If you feel comfortable, share one thought in the comments. A realization, a habit you want to change, or even just a sentence that stayed with you. And if you know someone who's always busy yet feels stuck, someone who says, I don't have time, but actually has too many distractions, sharing this might help them feel understood. And if you'd like more conversations like this, not rushed, not loud, but thoughtful and intentional, you're always welcome to stay connected here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for reflecting. And most importantly, thank you for choosing to be present. If you ever feel yourself slipping back into old patterns, come back and listen again. Because sometimes the reminder is all we need.